Beautiful rising, y'all. We are getting ready to start this morning's live. All right, let's see what's going on in these astrology streets. Let us see. I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning. Who we got on first? Dominique. Beautiful rising queen. Oh, let's get us some protection going over here. Light our Palo Santo. And we're going to get into this energy, get us some daily guidance. Hope you guys are having a beautiful morning so far. My voice is still so hoarse from all of this talking. Nevertheless, I ain't gonna ever be quiet, so hey, it'll do what it do. Beautiful rising. Ooh, let's get into the energy. All right, let's see if I need to do that. All right, let's see what's going on in these spiritual streets, y'all. So today, the moon, Venus in Taurus, is what's taking place astrologically. All right, this is about liberation. And I think this came up yesterday. I think it was yesterday when that liberation came up. And a lot of times it also has to do with the Lilith transit. All right, that is affecting the fire signs as well. There is a Lilith transit that's taking place that's affecting fire signs, but it's really the essence of the divine feminine, right? Where you're beginning to want more, right? You want what you want. But you know what you want always come with a choice now. Y'all stop playing, right? So a lot of times we know what it is that we want, but what we want still comes with a choice. And for the divine feminine, like I always say, right, it's about our perspective, right? It's about our perspective. God is always going to give you what it is that you want, right? Beautiful rising, Rita girl. How you doing, love? Thank you. So what we have to understand though, y'all, is whatever it is that you desire, it always comes with a choice. So a lot of times it's like, well, I want this, right? I'm seeing like a whole buffet, right? But what you got to understand is it's still choices, right? Because maybe you can't get everything on the buffet, right? So what do? You make the best choices for you. That's kind of what I'm hearing my guides say, right? So a lot of times we have to understand that we have to make the best choices for us, and it still comes with a perspective shift, right? Beautiful rising, ladies. So let's get into the astrology, y'all. So Venus has just settled into her home sign of Taurus yesterday. So that brought a deeply sensual, grounded, and just really wanting more pleasure in your life, right? And this could be anything, right? Any area of your life, you just want more pleasurable experiences, is what I'm hearing my guys say. But today isn't just about that cozy up energy, right? Because of the Virgo moon, it's making some exciting moves, right? That will help us break free. So major signs, y'all, like if you're a Virgo, you feeling this energy, y'all, right? If you are a Taurus, you feeling this energy. So what you have to understand is that we are all in alignment, right, with God, and God is the universe, and the universe is astrological, right? So a lot of times you may sit and you like, damn, what the is going on with my life? I'm not trying not to curse. See, I ain't curse, y'all. Right? Like, what is going on with my life? Right? And then you realize, oh damn, the moon doing something in okay, that's my sign, right? So that's why I do these daily guidance messages, y'all. 721 is 21 people watching, right? Because that's guidance, y'all. 7 is spirituality, 2 is decision making, and 1 is new beginnings, right? So anytime you make spiritually led decisions, you can always understand that even if it don't work, you're gonna get a new beginning, right? Even if it don't work, you're gonna get a new beginning. That's 721. All right, so at 7:31, all right, this morning. Well, let's go back at 8:20, y'all. The moon is opposite Mars. So this morning start with a spark, y'all. So you may feel this sudden burst of passion, right? You may feel the urge to express your feelings, right? Without holding back, y'all. That's what Lilith is. Remember, right? Lilith is the one who is opposite of Eve, right? So they told us that Eve, right? The rib, Eve came from the rib of Adam, right? Lilith said, fuck no, right? What are you talking about? I came from no one's rib. we are equal, right? So you have to understand who these archetypes or characters, y'all, because they all characters, because Eve ain't a damn person either, right? Adam and Eve is one, and that's your ass, right? It's just you. It's your masculine and your feminine energy, right? But if you want to believe the stories, why? Because all that shit stories, y'all. All of it stories, the Bible stories, all of this shit stories, right? But if you want to follow the story, then you as the divine feminine, oh, you resonate with Lilith, y'all. The divine feminine ain't never resonated with Eve. We be talking about who the fuck is Eve, right? So that's why you don't resonate with, right, being pulled out of any damn body rib, right? So if you resonate with Lilith, right, Lilith is the opposing energy of Eve that said, no, motherfucker, we equal. And if you resonate, right, with African goddessry, then that's Queen Nefertiti, y'all. And that's who I wear around my neck, right? It's the same thing, y'all. These are different energies, right? Just depending on what you resonate, right? Queen Nefertiti was the only queen, right, that ruled alongside her king, right? You just got to understand. Read some shit, y'all. Read some shit. Okay, so this morning, be courageous, right? But watch out for any impulsive reactions or unnecessary bickering with your partner. Why? Because that's Lilith, bitch. That's Lilith, y'all. When he says something, you be like, that makes no sense. What are you talking about? That's Lilith, right? So you have to understand the embodiment of who you are. Eve would just be talking about, okay, since you told me I ate that apple and got us in trouble, then I'm just gonna follow you. That's Eve, y'all, right? But Lilith said, what you doing? That don't make sense. What you didn't ask me about that. Why would you go buy a car and not tell me, right? Why would you go buy a whole house or sign a lease and not tell me? That's Lilith, right? Eve said, oh, okay, I guess if you say that's best. Grand rising, y'all. Let's get into the energy. All right. So expect, right, some feelings to come up, y'all. Expect some feelings to come up. But the overall vibe for today, y'all, is finding that sweet spot. That's the sweet spot, y'all, between Eve and Lilith, right? You got to find the sweet spot of what it is, right, that you desire. So today is finding that sweet spot in who you are, right, between intense passion, right, and refreshing freedom too, though, right? With Venus and Taurus, prioritize physical touch, loyalty, and enjoying the finer things together. All right. So use the evening's Uranus energy, y'all, to let go of past emotional baggage. Why? Because past emotional baggage, y'all, is what keeps us from going forward in a productive relationship. And even if that's a relationship with your children, with your family, right? Somebody you may just be letting go of the baggage of your childhood, right? So whatever it is, you got to understand, y'all, when I do these messages, you have to be able to see outside of love, right? Somebody posted on Discord, I think it was Marky, and was asking, am I going to do the astrological transits or just love astrology? And honestly, it's all the same. You just have to put yourself in there. Even if you're not in a relationship, it's still about you, right? Because I can't be posting two different things all day. I be busy as hell. Okay, let's get into the energy yet. All right. So the question, y'all, what's one old relationship habit, right, that you are ready to leave behind? Y'all, we got to leave some stuff behind. All right, y'all, let's get into the energy. All right. Grand rising, y'all. Let's move this deck. All right, we're going to start with the African starseed. Let's start with the African Starseed Oracle deck, y'all. If you would please listen to my moderators, I would appreciate it. If you are enjoying the content, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. This is your daily guidance. All right, I won't be on TikTok until Wednesday because I was taking a rest. Because y'all know lives on TikTok take it out of me. All right, lives on here are not as challenging energetically because I'm not on camera. All right, y'all, let's get into the energy. All right, what is it that we need to know most at this time for the divine feminine? All right, and y'all know we always look at the divine masculine. All right, so divine feminine, this is, I love this for you, right? See, when you reach this level of your ascension, of your awakening, it says at Arcturian, right? Arcturian, the number 24, 2 and 4 is 6. 6 is harmony, right? So that is support from the stars. See, many times as the divine feminine, we feel like we need support of people. You feel like you need supportive people, right? Why my mama them don't support me? Why my family don't support me? Why my children don't support me? Why my man don't support me, y'all? God had to show me as the divine feminine, you have to understand you're supported from the stars, right? And when you understand that God is supporting you, you don't give a fuck, y'all. I'm sorry, I can't not cuss. I'm trying. I can't do it because you just don't give a fuck, y'all. You don't. So when you understand that your support comes from above, that is when you stop looking outside of yourself and say, why? Because God is on the inside of me. Who can support you better than God? I'm so confused. I am so confused. Who can support you better than God, right? So when you're at the point where you are walking down this thing alone, y'all, look at her walking down this hall alone by herself, right? When you are walking down the hallway alone and there is nobody beside you, understand the support that you have, y'all. The support that you have, right? And it's a beautiful thing, y'all. It is a beautiful thing when you look 1 year later, same event, y'all. I just spoke at the same event, right? 1 year later, right? My tribe wasn't much different, y'all. And that's a beautiful fucking thing. It was one motherfucker missing. But the one that replaced her is my fucking ride or die. And that's my goddamn cousin who should have been there the whole damn time, right? But I say that to say, when I did that conference last year and this year, it was my same circle. And guess what? Beautiful thing, y'all. Sometimes you're looking for support, right? From people who could never support you. But I can guarantee you the ones who are here to support you, they was there last year, they was the year before, and the year before, right? And it's in a supportive role, y'all. What is that? Not trying to show you the fuck up, right? Sometimes you need support. You don't need motherfuckers that's trying to show you up, right? You don't need people that's trying to take your shit over, right? Be support. Why? Because when you are the chosen and you are thrown out, you need support, not competition. So guess what, y'all? The competition gone. And all I got is support, right? So when you realize that everybody that fell away was simply competing with you and not supporting you, then you realize that they had to go the fuck away, right? We don't compete. We support. And if you compete with me, then you cannot support me, y'all. Stop playing. Somebody, this was a part of your water activation. A part of your water activation, y'all. What is that? 33. What's that? Support. Stop playing, right? The number 333 is support, y'all. When you realize that all of this was a part of you, right? Understanding what it is that you desire from your soul. See, somebody, you've been doing things from your soul. It says songs for earth and soul. Somebody you could sing, right? Maybe you write music, right? Whatever it is and however it is you use your voice, all of this has been a part of your water activation, y'all. It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful when you understand that this has been a part of your activation to see if you could walk alone if you needed to. Because, yeah, I told God, oh, if I got to go by my damn self, I'm going, right? If I got to go with nobody next to me, I'm going, right? I don't care. I don't need the external support. I don't need the external validation. And that's all God wants to know for you. When you accept to do it by your damn self, then you're automatically going to get the support, y'all. You don't have to pray for the support. You got to be willing to do it by your damn self. Stop playing. Beautiful rising, y'all. Right? Beautiful rising. Because that is, right, the queen energy on the inside of you that says, hell, I don't need y'all. I don't care if you approve of what I'm doing. I don't care if you approve of what I'm saying. I don't need that shit. Why? Because I can do it if I got to do it alone. Why? Because I do that shit better by myself. Stop playing. Because you do it better by yourself, y'all. Why? Because you understand how to just be present, y'all. Be still. Right? Be still. What all of this has taught you is how to do what? Set your ass down somewhere. Right? It taught you, y'all, how to set your ass down somewhere, right? And allow the circumstances to change, not you, right? You have to change from the inside, right? And the only way you can change from the inside is to be sat still, y'all. I sat at that conference on this past weekend and interviewed 3 panels. Each panel had 4 women on it. What is that? 12, right? 12 women I talked to, including damn Portia. I just thought about that. 13 people, y'all, including the damn guest speaker, right? And all of us had the same thing in common. What? We had to start over. Every one of them damn women at some point had to move back in with their mama, go through a divorce, go sleep on their sister's sofa, go sleep on their best friend couch. It don't fucking matter, y'all. All of us have had to do that shit at some point. So you cannot get down on yourself when God is just telling you, can you please be still? Why? Because I'm going to change the circumstances. But if you keep trying to do it for yourself and you cannot, all you doing is fucking up God's plan. Sit down. Stop playing, y'all. Somebody, this is past life karma you clearing. This ain't just this, y'all. This is your lineage. This is past life shit. You keep saying, well, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? You ain't did shit. This is shit your mama should have cleared out. This shit your grandma should have cleared out. But you were the one who was strong enough to do it. Stop playing, y'all. Yeah. You the one that's strong enough to do it, y'all. May 30th. Could be significant. Somebody, you could be 33 years old. Somebody, you could be born on the 24th, right? May 24th could be significant. But you're understanding now the duality of what it is that you're doing. It didn't start yesterday. It didn't start 10 years ago. It didn't start when you had your children. Your children were supposed to cut the fuck up. Why? Because that's past life clearing karma. You didn't create it, but you damn well got to clear it. If not, then you're going to be trapped up, y'all. So somebody, you're realizing, right, in the ability to be still and be present with God, what you're doing is listening, y'all. You're listening so that you can clear out past life karma. That's what this is, y'all. Yeah, somebody, you've been a very disappointed healer. I can't make it up. I can't make it up, right? You have been a disappointed healer, right? See, a disappointed healer is one that goes out and heals, right? But you don't understand that you are an agent of source. You ain't source. Stop playing. You ain't source. It says disappointed healer, agent of source, right? If God tell me to go and be a blessing to somebody and they look at my face and act like I ain't a blessing and I walk away, I ain't gonna go away talking about, damn, I was a blessing. Motherfucker, I know I was a blessing. That's your fucked up ass. Who finna get karma for not understanding that I was sent to be your blessing? Why? Because I'm an agent of source. Right? But instead you become disappointed, right? Because people don't see that God sent you. But I am sent you. Meaning the I am, your support is already on the inside. You didn't go to them people for their support, right? You were going to them because you were an agent of source. It was never about their validation, their confirmation, their affirmation, or any of them shuns. It just wasn't. It was about you. Just being the agent of source, right? You just do what the hell God told you to do and then walk the fuck away. You don't feel anything about it. I don't feel disappointment when people don't see that God sent me. I just laugh because I know what karma look like for people that don't see that God sent me. I know what people's lives look like. So I just laugh at that shit, y'all, and walk away. Why? Because when you know God sent you, shit me. I just heard Yahweh sent you. That could be significant for somebody. All right. I heard Yahweh sent you. All right. Somebody, you're a disappointed healer, right? Yeah. But all of this was about your elevation. Stop playing. That is what you needed to understand, y'all. All of this was really just about your elevation. You understanding, right? That it's just time to level up, y'all. 38 could be significant, all right? Somebody, you could be born in 83 or you could be 38 years old. So all of this is now teaching you that it was just time for you to elevate, right? It's time for you to level up, right? In mind, body, and spirit is what I just heard. Right? In mind, body, and spirit. You got to level up. What is that? It starts with your mind, y'all. Again, right? 13 women I spoke to this past weekend. Everybody said the same thing, y'all. Change your mind about who you are, about how you see money, about people, y'all. It's your mind. And as long as you feel like you can't have more because your mama them didn't have more, as long as you feel like you can't do better because you ain't never seen better, then you're not. So it starts with your mind, y'all. One of the ladies, her name is Lisa Eaton, Millionaire Mamas, right? She went through a damn divorce, lost every damn thing. Y'all was back on her damn mama's sofa. Now she's I think 3 years later, 2 or 3 years later, right? Millionaire, y'all. What she had to do first, change her mind. She literally said, I had to change my mind. What did she do? Listen to subliminals, the subconscious mind. And I've said that a billion times, y'all. It's your subconscious mind, y'all, that forms 90% of your thoughts. What is that? In your sleep. All of this shit you absorb during the day, y'all, is really only 10%. But the fact that you do nothing with your mind at night, what is that? If you're sleeping with your TV on all night and this shit playing, right? That's not feeding your subconscious mind. Now, at least if you're listening to something calming at night, right? But let me tell you, if you sitting there in silence, man, your mind is going to work. Right? So you have to do things, right, to change your subconscious mind so that your 3D reality can align, y'all. Somebody, you got to change your mind. Which means that you have to be mindful of your intake, right? You got to be mindful, right, of your intake. You can't be around low vibrational energy and low vibrational people, right? Because that shit starts on the inside. And if you spend all day long in low vibrational shit and you do nothing at night to change your mind and you do nothing in the morning to cleanse your energy, because let me tell you something, y'all. If you are a high priestess, you fighting battles in your sleep. You need to get up every morning and take a spiritual bath or shower every morning. We go to war, y'all, in your sleep. For y'all, the collective, y'all. You got to get up and clear that shit, y'all. Some mornings I get up with an attitude, but by the time I get out that water, I feel much better. Stop playing. What's the next message? All right, y'all. We got, blockages. What did I say? Internal battle. I don't make it up. I just read the energy. Hello. Internal blockages, y'all. This isn't other people. Other people not blocking your blessings. Other people don't have the ability to block your blessings. They don't, y'all. God has not given people the authority to block what God gave you. So if there is a blockage to your finances, you caused it. If there is a blockage to your circumstances, you caused it. But it's okay. Shit, we all done that shit, y'all. We have all done it. That's why we done had to start the fuck over and reinvent ourselves. But the issue is, be okay with it. Don't beat yourself up. Everybody done been there, y'all. I'm talking about it. 13. Well, shit, 14, including me, women in the same room with the same story. I had to start over. I had to reinvent myself, right? So we as a collective divine feminine, because most of y'all are divine feminine that watch me, you got to be okay with starting over. And as long as you beating yourself up, then guess what you're doing? Staying stuck. Yeah, somebody, God said you got to find your warrior spirit. Warrior spirit. Hold your head up, because at least you still here. At least you got a sofa to sleep on, right? At least you got a mama house to go back to, right? Whatever your circumstances are, at least you got that, right? Because let me tell you, the karma that motherfuckers gonna get when they fumble somebody that was an agent of Source, you ain't that girl. You gonna be around to see every ounce of it. Stop playing. Why? Because I watch mine get karma every day, y'all. Every single one of them. Take getting that shit. And God showed me in front of my eyes. Confirmation, confirmation, and confirmation. You're gonna see it. But you can't see it when your eyes is fogged up. Right? You can't see something. Because see, let me tell you, if God showed you people's karma now, then you're gonna feel it was about you. Hello, somebody. Hello. If God showed you people's karma right now, you're going to feel it was about you. So if somebody's karma is going to make you feel better, God not going to show that shit right now. Because you got to make yourself feel better. When you feel better, then God will show you their karma. Why? Because now you know that shit is God. It was never about you. You are what? An agent of Source. Stop playing. It's never about us, y'all. If you go out and you be a blessing to people and you're doing it because you are an agent of Source, I just walk the fuck away when God say walk the fuck away. And I keep on moving with my life. I don't be checking for people. I don't give a fuck what they doing in their life, y'all. Zero fucks. At the point of that, I have moved on with my life, next relationship, next whatever else, next business, next money, next hosting opportunity, right? I have moved on. I look up and that shit just be popping up in front of my face. I be like, God damn, that's what's going on with them. Oh shit. Wonder what you did to me. And keep it moving. Beautiful rising, Dominique. Beautiful rising. right? So what you got to understand, a warrior spirit, y'all, that says relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. Let me tell you something, queens. Oh, okay, yeah, somebody, you need to hear this. You are ready to, I'm hearing put the cart before the horse. You trying to put the cart before the horse. You want to be an empress energy, right? You want to be in receiving energy. You want your emperor, right? You want all of these things, right? But you ain't fought the damn battle yet, y'all. I done fought the motherfucking battle. Hear me? Right? I have been through the mill, y'all. It's too early. I'm trying not to cuss, but y'all know my mouth. Right? So you cannot look at the guide and say, I want to be there, but don't go through the steps. Why? Because I went to war for my shit. Stop playing. I got educated. I got licensed. I divorced crazy people. I stopped making bad decisions. I went to therapy. I went to coaching, and I started walking in my purpose. This shit's been I can't even tell you how long journey, child. Right? So what you got to understand is you got to war first. Then you going to get the rest, y'all. You going to get to sit in your empress energy. You going to get your emperor. You going to get everything. But you got to go to war first, y'all. You can't just get up off the sofa and I just got everything around me. Somebody, you need to go to war. Because now I'm mad. Shit. You need to go to war. Right? You need to go to war. Yeah. And it started with what? Letting it go. It starts with what? Letting it go. I heard, not my monkey, not my circus. See that little monkey, y'all? Not my monkey, not my circus. Y'all, you got to let it go. That thing says you're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. Why? You ain't letting people go. You letting the pain and resentment go that you hold against the people who did not show up for you because you felt like they should. Why? Because you showed up for them. Fuck people. People are never going to do what you do for them because that's your lesson, not theirs, right? That's your lesson, not theirs. And they are supposed to show up the way they show up, y'all. My crazy ass ex-husbands, more than one, they were supposed to be crazy ex-husbands. Why? So that I could recognize my goddamn king. Because if I didn't see them and learn the lesson, then I couldn't recognize a real king. So then I would have taken my brokenness to my union with my king with them same fogged up ass glasses on and fuck up another relationship, y'all. Stop playing. So what you got to understand is you're letting go of a mindset, not a damn person. All the damn people need to go. Let's be clear. But it says whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to is hurting you. And you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. What's behind that? And find the motherfucking lesson. What did I say? What did I say? When you learn the lesson, girl, you walk away and you laugh at yourself. Stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. That's why I can laugh now, y'all. When you find the lesson, you just laugh. Bitch, you'll be like, God damn, girl, you was crazy. You'll be like, oh my God, why did I not see that shit? Why I ain't see that his ass was DL? Stop playing. Why I ain't see that his ass was trans, y'all? I had an ex, that motherfucker used to watch trans porn. And I'm thinking, what? You like trans porn? And I'm over here like, damn. Now I'm thinking back, man, you've been messing with these people. Like, what is you talking about, y'all? So you see, you look back, girl, you laugh at yourself. You over here talking about, damn, my husband's sleeping downstairs because he just emotionally unavailable. No, he's a drunk. Okay? And he probably down there texting other women and doing inappropriate shit. That's why he ain't sleeping next to you, girl. Stop playing, right? So you understand the lessons in life, right? Oh, this man just loved me so much, girl. He just want me all to himself, girl. He done did this, girl. He want to have a baby. What is that? A narcissist? Oh, shit. I'm talking about y'all. I'm talking about me. Because every single one of them was my story, y'all. Stop playing, right? So what you understand is when you grow the fuck up out of that shit, what you doing? Walking red carpets and hosting events, y'all. Stop playing. Stop playing. As soon as you find the lesson, y'all, within 3 years, my life has absolutely changed in 3 years. If God tells you, I'm going to give you every fucking desire of your heart in 3 years, do you mean you can't dedicate 3 years to finding the lesson? Are you crazy? Me and my king finna hit our 3-year anniversary. And when that joker came around, we both went straight into fucking awakenings. I am a twin flame coach. So I'm never gonna not talk about love, y'all, because that is how you change the earth. New earth reality starts on divine partnerships, y'all. Right? So for everybody that be like, well, dang, she always talking about love. Why? Because we are love. I am love. You as a divine feminine are love. Right? So what you got to understand is that you got to find the lesson in your circumstances. Because as soon as you learn the lesson, y'all, your whole life changed. I'm a living testimony, y'all. 3 years. 3 years in every fucking karmic situation I have ever experienced in my life has fucking purged the fuck up out of me. And my whole life is a representation of where I am. But God can't elevate you with these karmic, nasty, crazy ass people around you, y'all. So what you realize is that the elevation cannot take place until you let go of the blockages, which starts with letting go of the disappointment, y'all, and the resentment. It says something has happened and it stopped you in your tracks. In reality, it was simply teaching you where you needed to grow. There is no such thing as failure. So pick yourself up, learn from it, and keep going. What did I say, y'all? Stop playing. What did I say? Right? What did I say? Just learn from it, y'all. We've all been there. We've all made mistakes, y'all. I'm talking about crazy mistakes, child. I'm talking about it, y'all. Crazy mistakes. And you talking about somebody who grew up with a gift. I've always had my intuitive gifts, y'all. I ain't somebody that went through some awakening and started reading cards. Stop. My family is gifted, right? All of my women in the family are prophetess in church, right? We all grew up with gifts, y'all. So it ain't like God ain't showed me them damn people. Look, discovery in reverse, right at the bottom of the deck. God say discovery in reverse. It ain't like we don't see that shit, y'all. Stop playing. You ignore it because you don't want to see it, because it requires you to heal. Somebody, you just had to find a lesson. Yeah. All right. Compassion. It says you're being asked to be kinder to yourself. 3737, y'all. 37 people and 37 thumbs up, right? 3737. That's 10. That shit's over with, y'all. 10-10, right? So what you got to understand is now you're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, right? You being a horrible friend to yourself, right? Be a loving comforter who always has your own back. Because when you become what it is that you need, that's when you get what it is that you need. That's the law of attraction, y'all. That's the law of attraction. You got to become what it is that you need, right? Before you can get what it is that you truly desire. And whatever it is, y'all, what did I say? Release. And then what? Boundless possibilities. And y'all thought I read cards? Stop fucking playing. I say it and the cards come out. You got to understand. What did I just say? Release it. Then the gates are open, y'all. Boundless possibilities. You standing on the edge of something great, but it ain't gonna come until you release. Stop playing. Right? Stop playing. It's not gonna come right until you release. And when you understand with the release, then you get what? Boundless possibilities. Why? Because them fucking bottom feeder leeches cannot come with you. And if y'all stop looking at people as my loving mother and my supportive father and my kids, look at these people as minions. Right? If it helps you, then stop looking at them like your children and look at them as leeches, as bottom feeders. Right? Stop looking at your mama like your mama and look at her like she is the narcissistic, controlling, manipulative witch. Stop playing. Right? Whatever your circumstances are, when you take off the rose-colored glasses and start seeing people for who they are and not who you wish they were, then you make better decisions for yourself. I'm just saying. Your daily guidance. Shit, me. Right? I learned that, y'all. And sometimes we are too shame to just say, I don't like my kids. They nasty. I don't like my mama because she don't like me and she jealous. I don't like my daddy because he's a user and he manipulates women and he manipulated my mama. So guess what? He manipulated me too. Whatever your circumstances are, you got to release the shame so that you can get what? A fresh start. And what's the shame? That I looked at them like they actually gave a fuck. That's what you shame of. You ain't shame of them. You shame of your goddamn self. Because you would not look at these people and say, these are people. And people are people, y'all. God said there is no perfect person, right? So stop looking at people other than who the fuck they are. Flawed ass individuals who have chosen not to heal. And when you choose to heal, that simply makes you what? The chosen. It simply makes you the chosen. So let go of the shame, right? So you can get this fresh start. Because after fresh start is what? Expansion. Expansion. And behind expansion is what? Inner peace. All right, somebody, you need to reflect, right? You need to reflect on what it is that God truly desires for you and what it is that you desire for yourself, right? That's what the choice is, y'all, even astrologically, right? That's what we're talking about today, right? You got to choose, right? Because Lilith don't say that I'm just going to wait on somebody else, right? Lilith says that, I deserve what it is that I deserve, right? And you got to be honest with yourself about what that looks like. All right, what else? What else for the collective? All right, we got the Three of Pentacles in the struggle position. All right, so I feel like there is something that you're working on that you could be struggling with at this time, Divine Feminine. This could be concerning your finances or your children, y'all. Page of Swords just flipped out in the reverse. Or this could be waiting on communication, all right, about a job or a partnership. All right, you feel like you could be waiting on it, or you feel like you could have gotten maybe negative communication. What is this? Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords in reverse. All right, we got, Three of Cups and a Hierophant. Okay, girl. Somebody, you waiting on something to come together. Girl, with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck and strength. Oh, yeah, because you say, I'm not going to carry this thing alone. Stop playing. When you, Divine Feminine, realize your own strength, what you realize is that you never have to carry the burden alone. Somebody, this is union for you. This is partnership, right? This is you understanding, right? Three of Cups, the Hierophant, stop playing. See, the Hierophant in this deck, don't fucking play. All right? So somebody, you're realizing that your girlfriends are great, right? But now you want something supportive, right? Now you want to be supported is what I just heard, right? You want to be supported, right? So somebody, I feel like you do have someone here, right, who's now beginning to tap into their own strength of their intuition. Why? Because they see you like this, y'all. You got to be standing like this if you want this, right? You can't be bent all over, cried, broke, pulled down and broke down and disgusted. You got to be able to stand up in your own strength and power. And that's when you get what? A commitment, a Hierophant, right? A teacher, a spiritual leader, right? You get somebody who wants marriage, understands the institution of marriage, right? But it's through your strength. What is that? Healing, sacrifice, y'all. That's through your compassion for yourself. That's your resilience. That's your courage, right? Whoever the Hierophant is, y'all, this is somebody who also has psychic gifts. The Page of Cups, y'all, sensitive, dreamer, y'all, yeah. And see, somebody, you had to get out, you had to get out of a bad relationship, y'all, quickly. With a damn Knight of a Knight of Swords in reverse, y'all. Knight of Swords in reverse to the Eight of Wands. See, somebody, you had to quickly move away from some type of karmic situation where somebody could have been an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who could never give you what it is that you desired. Never, y'all. And whether this is past, present, or future, you got to realize whatever it is that you want it for you, but you had to move away from something you didn't want first, y'all. What is that? A damn Knight of Swords in reverse. Who is that? Y'all, a Knight of Swords in reverse will cuss you out and fuck somebody in front of you. Stop playing. Right? A Knight of Swords is somebody who, they got good talk game, y'all. But they don't care nothing about that. Knight of Swords, stop playing, y'all. You don't want no King of Swords. So you don't want no Knight of Swords either, y'all. Stop playing. Not in the reverse. So somebody, you had to move, right? Quick movement, Eight of Wands, y'all, from a situation that you were already stuck in, y'all. Yeah, Ten of Cups in reverse. You could have had children with this person or been with this person for a long time, y'all. But the Ten of Cups in reverse means that you had to move away from an unhappy dynamic, right? An unhappy dynamic so that you can experience something real, right? So whether this is a past relationship, a past family dynamic, you had it quickly, y'all. 8 of Wands to the 10 of Cups in reverse, and go into what? Isolation. What did I say? If you got to go back to your mama's sofa, if you got to go back, y'all, everyone has to pivot and start again, y'all. Everybody has done that, y'all. Everybody has. And let me tell you, even if you've never had to go back to somebody's house, because if you was like me, you was just a hustle bitch, right? And you was never going back, then let me tell you, you worked so much though that you still sacrificed other areas of your life, right? Because you were determined not to have to go back. So either way, all of those circumstances in your life still did what? Set you back. Right? Whatever that back looked like for you is 757, y'all. 7 is spirituality. 5 is change. Somebody, you had to get into this hermit mode for yourself, right? So that you could reflect on yourself, y'all. Yeah, 6 of Swords, about what it is that you truly desire for yourself. Somebody, this is a journey of stability and healing. Somebody, you just had to escape and run away from it all. Right? Because it's in Hermit that you can absolutely hear, right, what it is that you need to hear. Yeah, y'all. Death. Stop playing, queens. This is your spiritual awakening. Right? This is your spiritual awakening. And when you realize that it's not just the masculine, y'all. And I'm loving the reading today, y'all, because I'm not really getting the kings. The kings ain't really in this reading today, right? This is about you understanding that if you want a commitment with someone who is spiritually inept, right? Page of Cups and the Hierophant. If you want somebody in your life, right, that is very connected to you in that way, then stop settling for people that ain't, y'all. Like, you can't want a divine connection, y'all. See, this is for someone, and this is for many, is what I'm hearing, right? Many of you follow me because you're on the journey, but not everybody is with their person yet, right? So for the ones who aren't with your person yet, it's like you listen to us say things like telepathy, and right? And like you communicate with your person and all of that, right? It's a beautiful thing, y'all, but you can't get that shit with a Knight of Swords in reverse. Hell, fuck no, right? You need to have a man, Page of Cups, who is sensitive enough to be nice, to be kind. You can't get a motherfucker that'll cuss you out and feel like you finna have some type of psychic connection with these motherfuckers who are mentally unstable. You cannot have a divine connection with people that's crazy. And the thing is, this Knight of Swords in reverse, you connected to people who aren't even kings, y'all. You can't desire that, right? So what you got to understand is the spiritual transformation starts with you. And then when you transform, you get all of these beautiful things, right, that we talk about, right? I feel like this is a supportive message today, y'all. Support. I keep hearing support. So I feel like it's a divine feminine collective that needs the support of the queens, y'all, who are already where they desire to be, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, because goddamn, this 10 of Swords is lurking. Why? Because you feel like you carrying the world on your back, y'all. The damn world is here again, right? With the 10 of Swords. So you feel like there's always what else, right? Like you wake up in the morning like, damn, okay, what's gonna happen today? Right? Okay, what's lurking? Y'all look at what's lurking beneath her, right? You don't ever want to be that woman that got to wake up every day and say, oh shit, I got to carry the load. Nah, what's lurking now? Nothing. There's nothing next. I can wake up every single day and don't expect nothing crazy to happen in my life. Why? Because it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. So at the point when something does happen, it ain't gonna upset my energy. Why? Because I ain't never looking for what's lurking. I could give a fuck, right? So when you understand that, you stop looking for the what next and you do what? Be still. Why? In the present moment. Why? Because in the present moment is where God shows you his what? Infinite presence. See, somebody, you got to be still. In your mind, you get up in the morning like, okay, it's going to be some bullshit today. What's going to be my bullshit today? That's what I'm hearing, y'all, the world. Right? But no, this is you, Page of Wands, getting out of that fear so that you can move forward. Y'all, that's a beautiful card, right? This is moving forward, right? In something beautiful, y'all. You out here with the dolphins and the water child. You on jet skis. Somebody, you traveling, right? You out here having a good time. You are no longer trapped by what? Your mind, negative thoughts, y'all. 8 of Swords. Right? You are no longer trapped by your mind. And you, right, your mind, right, is the only thing that can trap you. Literally. Literally. It is the only thing, y'all. It's your self-limiting thoughts and beliefs. Can't nobody trap you. Entrapment starts with your mind until you make the decision. Two of Wands, right? When you overwhelm, right? By just giving to every damn body, y'all. Queen of Wands, right? Without what? Recognition and support. Six of Wands, right? But no, put that sword in your goddamn hands, y'all. Stop justice. Justice is within you. And then you get the Ace of Cups, y'all. Justice is within you, but then you get the Ace of Cups. But you got to be able to pick your damn sword up and say, fuck y'all. Y'all know how I feel? Because right about that, behind that is the Knight of Cups, right? You can't even get to this, y'all. Masculine energy ain't really came out this whole reading, right? Because this is about you understanding now, right? Reflection. It says reflection, y'all. Reflection, right? It says you're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. This is what I'm hearing God say, right? See, a lot of times, divine feminines, every day ain't about your person, because I'm loving how this reading going. There's no masculine energy. Today is about you, right? This is your daily guidance, right? I do these messages every day. This is real-time energy, right? So what you got to realize, today is a day of reflection, right? Because you can decide. This is choices, y'all. This is choices, right? Of you understanding what it is that you want. Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling up something on my laptop. I just heard something. You got to make a choice. Why? Because right here is speak your truth, right? Right behind that is speak your truth. So now as you begin to reflect, y'all, and now you understand that your intuition, ladies, right, is your guiding factor. It's everything, y'all. Your intuition is everything. It ain't about what a man said. It ain't about what your children said. It is you. It is what God told you for yourself. And every time that you do not listen to yourself, you do not listen to God. And all you telling God is that I just ain't gonna listen to you, right? They be talking about women's intuition. Everybody got intuition, but women's intuition is closer to God because the feminine energy and the chakra system alignment, y'all. So you are the sovereignty of God. Why? Because you got a womb. You're the creatrix. And if I can get my divine feminine to understand, there is no fucking man on this earth. There is no child on this earth that could be here without you. So then you begin to think higher of yourself. And then what you say, fuck them. Simple. Simple. You don't need nobody's validation. When you understand that without you, would none of them be here. Would no man be here without you. Men can't have children, right? And let's be clear, we can get some sperm. Stop playing. Right? That ain't a hard thing to do. Stop playing. Men will sell their sperm. Stop playing. Right? So what you got to understand is it's still without you, the world wouldn't be here. So clearly, God think you a little special. Girl, stop playing. Right? Clearly, y'all. Clearly, God think you a little special. So you got to understand it starts with you. Speaking your truth, y'all. And protecting yourself, y'all. That thing say protect. It says you stay silent long enough, right? Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspective. State your perspective, right? You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard, and then protect. Protect you, protect your vision, protect your children, protect whatever it is that you're building. But most of all, you got to protect you. You got to protect you. Them kids can't have a good life if you don't protect you, right? You can't show up in this world if you are unprotected. So you got to protect you until you get a king to protect you. You got to be your first best protector, y'all. My king can't travel with me all the time. I got to be able to protect myself, right? And I ain't got no problems doing it, right? So what you got to understand is you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. it's okay to want to give to others. That's that Queen of Cups energy, y'all. That's the Queen of Cups energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do it, and you do it effortlessly, right? But it's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Nobody told us, queens, that we were our energy. Anybody said that shit, y'all? We didn't grow up. We didn't grow up and people said protect your energy. Stop playing. We didn't grow up and people said, oh my God, don't have negative people around you. Don't have low vibrational people around you. Nobody said that. Everybody said help them people. Where is it? Disappointed healer, right? Disappointed healer. They said help them people. Help that man. Help them kids. Serve, 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 right? But nobody told you that you're supposed to be serving your damn self. Fuck them kids. Fuck that man. Why? Because without you, can't none of that function, y'all. Can't none of that function. You trying to raise kids and you broken? You trying to be a husband, a wife to somebody and you broken? No. You can't do none of that until you understand who you are, right? And that starts with you protecting your energy. So God is saying this, pay attention. Pay attention, right? So what it is that you need to be listening to, it says you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs, right? To the signs that you're being given, right? These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. See, this time is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I'm hearing this time. Just listen to the signs. Pay attention. God is literally leading somebody every step of the way, right? Every step of the way, God is like leading you. Go here, go left, go right. Okay, don't do that. All right. But then when God said don't do that, you be like, well, but, and then you do it anyway. And then you be like, God damn, why? You got to start over. It's 808, y'all. It's 808. 8 is manifestation, but 0 is the void place. Right? So now you're beginning to understand that, damn, every time you pray for something, you got to start over. Why? Because you ain't paying attention. Because when you hear yourself say, I should not do that. I should not say that. I should not send a text. I should not call. Whatever it is that you don't fucking pay attention to, you start yourself over. You manifesting it, right? All right? Your advice, open up. This is your advice. Open up, y'all. It says open up. You're being asked to open your heart, right? Let down your walls and trust, right? Trust that God wants what's best for you, right? Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. Somebody, you may feel like your heart open, but God's saying, no, you're not. You're not heart open. And that's why these difficulties are here. Like somebody, you may feel, you're like, I'm an open person. I'm an open person. No, you're not. Because you holding on and you keep blaming yourself and you talk crazy to yourself. You're not open, y'all. If you don't trust yourself and you talk crazy to yourself, how in the world are you going to be in a relationship? The man ain't got to talk crazy to you because you're going to talk crazy to yourself. And then you're going to talk yourself out of what it is that God has blessed you with. And that is why you have to heal. Simple. Simple. That's why, y'all. I be telling y'all be listening to dumbass twin flame people that be talking about you ain't got to heal. Yes, the fuck you do. Because if you do not, your confidence will be so low because you gone through karmic relationships, y'all, with crazy ass people. See, Wisdom says heal first so that you ain't got to be in some toxic ass, karmic ass relationship, right? That's wisdom, right? Wisdom says heal, not just going to be, right? Because why? Because some people are stuck in lack, y'all. Some people are stuck in lack. And if you feel like there is no good thing that can ever happen to you, you will not notice the good thing when it slaps you in your face. And somebody, you finna have a good thing that's going to slap you in your face really soon is what I'm hearing. And that's why God got you being still and doing the work now. Y'all, we are just into the spring. It's not too late. It ain't like we just like, y'all, this is our new year, right? Technically, we still in New Year's energy, y'all. This is Holy Week, right? Even if you my church people, right? If you my Ramadan people, y'all done come off Ramadan, right? Now we in Holy Week, y'all, right? This is your new beginning. And somebody, you feel like you behind time. And God saying, fuck no. You right exactly where you need to be. Why? Because resurrection. Because in 3 days, this is what I'm hearing God say, right? There's a full moon coming up, y'all. Stop playing. Full moon energy, right? You got to understand what's taking place. Holy Week, right? Like, what the fuck? You think you can't reinvent yourself? Right? Even if you believe in the Bible or not, y'all, what you got to understand is that Jesus is your ass being persecuted and walked up and down these streets and being lied on and being used on, right? Not knowing who your mama and your daddy is, right? All of the things that took place in the Bible is simply the things that you will experience in this 3D world. But at the point you said, fuck all of it, is when you got on the cross. Stop playing. When you damn, yeah, Soul Sunday finna be real good, y'all, on TikTok. Stop fucking playing, right? Because all you did was realize one damn day, fuck all these people. I'm gonna sit up here on this goddamn cross, and I'm gonna sit up here too, right? With the robbers and all these people, because I don't care anymore, y'all. That's what you do. And then they bury your ass, and then in 3 days you get your ass up, and now you don't give a fuck. Why? Because God is within. That's being on the right hand. Right? That's being elevated now to God consciousness, because all of it is a consciousness, right? All you did was got out of the world and embrace your God consciousness in 3 days, right? So now your ass done risen. Right? Look, this is you. Stop playing. You is risen, girl. Look at your hair. Somebody look at your braids, girl. Stop playing. Your braids is risen, girl. I say that to say, y'all, I got to get out of here so I can take my baby to school. But I say that to say, y'all, don't stay stuck in lack, right? That's what this card says. It says, stuck in lack, all right? You have all the resources you need to carry you through. What is that? A sound mind. A sound mind, y'all. That's the only resource you need. As long as you got a sound mind, divine feminine, you can always reinvent yourself. Always, y'all. That's why we have a wound. Right? That's why we have a wound, y'all. It is your ability to experience. What is that, girl? That thing say yogini. That's your yoni. That's your wound. That's your ability to create, y'all. That's who you are, right? This is the number 12. 1 and 2 is what? 3. What did I say? 3 is Empress energy, right? Somebody you are reinventing yourself, but it's coming through self-love. Because you had to understand some things about relationships, y'all. That thing says self-love. 41 is 5. 5 is change. You had to change how you see relationships. That's what this is. See, you've already sown your seed of manifestation. Yeah, this is at the bottom of this deck. You've already sown your seed of manifestation, right? But you had to become the priestess warrior. What did I tell you? You had to become the priestess warrior. What is that? I don't fight. I use my intuition. Stop playing. You think I gotta have somebody explain to me what they did to me for me to cut them off when God showed me what you did to me? The fuck? You think when God done told me that you talking about me, that you dragging me, and that you lying on my name, that I need you to show it to me? Fuck no, y'all. I cut people off simply because of what God done fucking showed me about them. I ain't never had to see it. Because I trust my intuition. And when God tell me that bitch don't like you, cut her off, I stop talking. When God say he don't mean you no good, don't do nothing else for his ass, I don't do whatever it is, y'all. Mama, sister, brother, cousin, it don't fucking matter. If God say do it, I do it without explanation. And I don't need them to validate that God real in my life. And that's a message for somebody. You want people to validate that God real in your life by saying, yeah, I was talking about you. Yeah, I don't like you. Fuck no. You know your intuition told you them motherfuckers talking about you. So stop going over there. I ain't got no problems, y'all. People be talking about, damn, I wonder what happened. They don't, y'all. They don't. They know. They know that you know. That's why they never say anything, y'all. People ain't never said nothing to me when I cut their ass off. I ain't never had one person ever come back to me after I cut them off and say, lady, why you cut me off? Because them bitches know my intuition say she's a snake. He's a snake. Move the fuck on. Right? So you got to understand that, y'all. Let me get out of here. All right, I will be live here, of course, back in the morning for Wednesday, daily guidance. And then I will be on TikTok live tomorrow. All right. I took a little break, a couple days off from TikTok because I was traveling this weekend and I was tired. All right. But I will see you guys back here in the morning at 7:15. All right. Stand your ground today. Stand your ground, y'all. Don't let people do dumb shit. Stand your ground. Fuck them children. Fuck that man, right? Stand your ground. Fuck them. Fuck your family, right? Whoever, they can get it, y'all. They can get it. Why? Because you gotta be in a war in these streets, y'all. This spiritual journey ain't easy, y'all. And we be enabling people. Y'all know it. Y'all know we be enabling people. Y'all can't stop. Look at the bottom. That thing say enabling and walk away. And as soon as you stop enabling people, y'all, and walk away, right behind that is resolution. I don't know, y'all. This is a strong message for somebody. Literally, I ain't shuffling, girl. I'm just pulling the shit. And it's coming in order, y'all. Like somebody, this is the resolution to your problem. This full moon energy, y'all, is significant. Right? This full moon energy is significant. Wednesday is the full moon, y'all, and it's the full moon in Libra. What is that? Balance. Anybody got time to be enabling people? Right? So you got to walk away so that you can garner balance in your own life, y'all. And that's what this is. That's the resolution to your problem. That is the resolution to your problem. All right, y'all. I want y'all to have a beautiful morning, y'all. Love and light as always. Oh, don't forget, y'all, to book with me. My website, thelady-empath1111.com. I am working this week on getting the classes loaded to the website. We do have new spiritual bath products on the website because I created a spiritual bath line for the conference that I was at this past weekend, and we do have product left. So I do have new spiritual bath products on the website. All right, so you can go in. Everything that's on the website is in stock. All right. What else? Other announcements. May. All right. Do not forget we have an event in May that will be on the website today. All right. I'll be putting that on the website today as well, y'all. All right. If you have books of personal reading, I have 2 more coming out today. Kyra's, yours is coming out today, and one other lady's is coming out today. All right, y'all. Love and light. The Lady Empath 1111. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful day.